Hi, I am Mary Wolf. I am president of Veritee Partners, and I'm a counselor and executive coach who works specifically with physicians. And I've been coaching physicians through the COVID coaster. And one topic that continues to come up is around the anger and frustration of patients not getting vaccinated. And what this issue comes down to is really a values clash. And it's often around our health, our patients' health, around our political beliefs, obviously. It could be innovation, independence. There's a lot of values that go into why we believe in vaccines or why patients don't believe in vaccines. So usually physicians can really negotiate pretty well when patients have a values clash with them. Things like when they won't take their insulin, or when they continue to smoke, or when they drink until they have liver damage. But this issue around vaccinations actually has a bigger impact on physicians than some of those individual choices that patients are making. And those impacts are working longer hours, sacrificing more time with family, and being exposed to a lot more grief, loss, and trauma. So I'm working with physicians on how to negotiate these values clashes. And the first tip is to think about, how do you stick with the facts when working with patients and not get drawn into an argument? And it might be setting a certain amount of time that you'll work with that patient, or just being really clear that you don't want to get into an argument and stick with the facts. Maybe it's what the CDC guidelines are, or what your health system or clinic is, what their guidelines are. The second is advocate as much as you can without it stealing your joy in medicine. So again, it's setting a limit about how much you want to talk about this with patients, colleagues, friends, family members. The third is work on having an impact instead of trying to control others' behaviors. And by trying to control others' behaviors, it really steals our energy and joy. But if we can think about how can we impact others, and that is again by giving information, giving facts, that it can lead to, if we continue to argue, it can lead to spending precious time and energy on those issues, trying to defend and convince. And often this is futile, because the people, the patients who have different beliefs are often very deeply ingrained in their viewpoints without any openness to change. The fourth is setting good boundaries on your time and energy around how much you'll discuss this, not only with patients and family members, friends, but also social media. A lot of physicians have let go of friends on social media, or have given up social media altogether. The fifth is working on energy management. How do you want to use your emotional and physical energy at work so you still have some energy for home life and self-care? So the sixth is focusing on identifying and living your own values. So when we're clear on our own values, we can focus and build a strong strategy based on our own priorities, beliefs, and passions. The seventh is asking for help. And physicians often forget that this is an option, but it could be as simple as asking a nurse to go over the CDC guidelines with patients before they see the patient. It could be asking an administrator to help with something. Maybe it's in the electronic medical record or a process, or it's asking a colleague for a much needed break after a frustrating morning. Advocating for yourself is so important during these frustrating times. So even when we don't agree or understand others' values, compassion and respect continue to be the driving force of good medical care. And those are values upon which we can all agree. So thank you so much for going into this profession, for the sacrifices you are making, and for the service that you are offering to your patients, their families, and your community. I am thrilled to be partnering with Doctors for America. If you want to learn more about the physician coaching that I offer, or if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and check out my website at www.veriteepartners.com. And Veritee is spelled Veritee partners.com. Thank you so much.